There will be a reduction in the domestic consumer tariffs from shillings 524.5 to shillings 520.4 per kilowatt hours.
This pronouncement sounds positive to the ears of some power users, but to some lawmakers, it's a smokescreen.
Consumers everywhere have been complaining of irregular and illicit billings by umeme, and for them to come and offer a blanket reduction without prior explanation of the basis for their current charges is, for me, diversionary.
Last year, the ad hoc parliamentary committee set up to investigate the energy sector recommended that umeme, the power distributors' concession agreement, be terminated. The actual reduction in power tariffs has been 4.1 shillings on every power unit consumed, but the Electricity Regulatory Authority instead slapped an increase of 50 shillings from 100 shillings on the first 15 units consumed.
So that one, it's a mockery. They are lying to you that they are reducing when they are increasing instead by around 17 shillings. But I want to assure Ugandans one thing. Today's tariff, a unit would be between 220 and 250 Uganda shillings.
Sam Zimbe is a general manager of umeme. Zimbe told NTV that though the reduction appears meager, it is a positive move to improve services to power consumers, and the credit goes to umeme for reducing energy losses from 38% to 23%.
We are glad in umeme to also note what the regulator has done. The main drivers to the tariff, which has led to this reduction, has been, on our side, has been our efforts, efficiencies that we've achieved. The main one being a reduction in distribution losses.
Our fight for good rates is now bearing fruits. We started this matter, and even before we conclude it, we are seeing these people reducing the tariffs. One way of calculating the tariffs is looking at the investment one has put in the scheme.
UMEME also claims that the reduction in energy losses has led to a saving of $16 million, and the company is targeting to reduce it further to 14.7% by 2017.
The contribution to the tariff reduction in monetary terms has been, on our side, of almost $16 million US.
That means that around 100 billion should have been deducted from our tariff. Because reduction in losses means the tariff should also do what? Should be reflected on the tariff. And if you calculate it well, you find that the tariff would be between 220 to 250 Uganda shillings.
Are they telling us that now their costs have gone down and therefore they can afford to reduce on the cost of power?
Some of the MPs think it's time for government to recommend a forensic audit into the operations of umeme to save the Ugandan taxpayer from exploitation.
Ugandans should know that we need to claw back our monies. As an authority should bring in an investigation, a very thorough investigation. Since 2005, let a forensic audit come into place.
Since 2005, when umeme signed a concession agreement with government, the company has claimed a total investment of $200 million, and that another $120 million would be invested into the sector to reduce the energy losses.
We have a capital investment program moving forward for 2014 of almost $120 million, really focusing on the network.
It is trying to do this not to appease us, but so that its contract should not be cancelled, but we shall continue looking at areas where umeme has not performed very well, so that an action at the end of the day, an action is taken.
But as MPs insist that umeme's contract be cancelled, the move is likely to cause a court battle that in turn would lead to the taxpayer compensating umeme over $800 million. Jingo Francis, NTV.